And welcome back to Love Your Food. Last week we did those jalapeno poppers, and this week we wanted to take everything up to 11, so we are doing this luxury version. This is our fantastic Shishito Peppers recipe. So we're using a few higher end ingredients on this one. We just wanted to have a little fun with this, and we hope you'll enjoy. Here's our ingredients. So we're starting with these beautiful Shishito peppers. We are going to be adding some crab meat into the filling, which is going to be mascarpone cheese. We're going to be wrapping these in this beautiful cured coppacola, some Parmesan cheese, and we managed to get ourselves some truffles. So this is summer truffles sliced and in oil. We'll show you that a little bit later. So we're going to start off with our mascarpone cheese. And we're going to mix this with crab meat by weight. So we measured how much of the cheese there was, and we're going to add just about the same amount of the crab by weight. Now we got this canned. If you're in a place where you can get this fresh, then that's or even better. You can get those nice little pots of fresh crab meat at the store. That is amazing. So we do highly recommend that if you can swing it. If not, these canned ones are really excellent. This one had almost no juice in it. It was all crab meat. There was no bits of shell or anything. It was excellent. We're going to add a little bit of the Parmesan cheese. So we're going to just give that a good grate on the microplane grater. Now you're not going to need to add a whole lot of salt to this because the Parmesan cheese is quite salty. And then we're just going to stir everything together. We want to make sure it's all well blended. Then once you have everything well combined, we are going to add our truffles. So if you are lucky enough to be able to get fresh truffles, then that's amazing. We have this. This is basically sliced summer truffles stored in oil. And the aroma, if you've never worked with truffles before, it's got this amazing, rich, earthy, mushroomy aroma. They're fantastic. They are a mushroom. They're a fungus. And it's more about the aroma than the flavor, although they do taste excellent as well. So what we're doing here is we're just going to, in order to get them well distributed through the whole dish, we want to get them into little tiny pieces. A little bit goes a long, long way. And we want to get as much of the oil in there as possible as well. So there's our truffles, minced really finely with the oil. We're going to even wipe off the knife on the filling. So we're just going to stir that in. You want to make sure that it is well combined. You can't really overmix this. The more you mix it, the more you break up the crab meat. So, I mean, if you want more crab texture, you can mix it up a little bit less. That's fine. We're going to add just a tiny amount of fresh cracked black pepper. Just a tiny, tiny amount. Now, it doesn't need a whole lot of pepper because it's going into peppers. Now, these Shishito peppers are not particularly hot, but they do have a really great, lovely green aroma. They're quite fresh, very bright flavored. They're lovely peppers. They're a little smaller than jalapenos, of course. You can see they're quite slim. So you do want to try and pick bigger ones, ones that have a bigger internal cavity so that they'll hold a little bit more of that filling. Now, they're not particularly spicy, so we're not being really strict about getting all the insides or even the seeds out. Those will just add flavor and not a whole lot of heat as they would with a jalapeno. So we started off by using a spoon, but we found that if we just cut the corner off of a Ziploc bag, it works just as well. We can just pipe it in. Because we'd stirred it quite a bit, the crab meat was well broken up, and it worked like a charm. So we're going to wrap this up. We've got this beautiful cured and cooked ham. You can see it's got a little bit of a nice fat streak through it. And we're just going to wrap this up. This is similar to what we did with the bacon on our jalapeno poppers. And it can be, these are going to be a little bit rougher before they go in. But as they cook, that ham is just going to kind of cook to itself. It's going to seal up a little bit. So there we have our beautiful poppers. We're just going to pop those into the oven, our preheated oven. So here we are about, they're actually almost done at this point. So we took a look, one of them had sort of blown open, but the rest of them looked fine. We put it in for another half as much time, I think, and they came out and they had this beautiful color on them. They smelled amazing. The shishito peppers were cooked all the way through. Nice crispy outside on that coppacola. Absolutely fantastic. The truffles and the shishito went so well together. And we'll just cut one open for you. You can see these beautiful poppers with the molten cheese inside, that beautiful crab meat. A little bit more delicate than those big poppers we made last week, but I can't beat the taste. They were incredible, and what a party food. I promise you, make something like this, they will go really, really quickly. So if you like this recipe, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any recipes you'd like to see Chef Caleb try on the channel, please let us know in the comments below. And remember to love your food.